Are you watching Pingu? Got your pumpkin. Is that Mommy Pingu? And baby Pingu? And that's you. Hey everyone, it's Janet, also known as Nerdy Autism Mom. I'm getting ready to go to my first appointment of the day, which is my doctor's appointment. This is my nerd shirt of the day. Yes, I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna show you guys all my nerd shirts. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is my first appointment. I have another one this afternoon. The other one is with the local domestic violence outreach, which is a fabulous program. If you are a person in the St. John area, St. John, New Brunswick, if you are struggling with a domestic violence situation, I'm sorry I don't have the phone number, but I'm sure you can Google it. Just Google St. John Domestic Violence Outreach and give them a call, make an appointment. It is all by appointment, and the building is uptown. It's the, oh geez, I don't remember the name of the building. It's connected to the St. Joseph's Hospital though. So if you are in a domestic violence situation or any kind of an abusive situation, for me, I'm not going to get too much into the details, but I have never been physically assaulted. Like, I've never had physical violence done to me, but there was a lot of other different kinds of abuse that I have suffered and that my kids have suffered. So anyway, I was referred to this program, and it's wonderful. The woman that I meet with is absolutely lovely, very soft-spoken, very supportive, encouraging, all this stuff. So that's my second appointment, which will be this afternoon. After my doctor's appointment, I need to get some groceries because it's payday and I can finally afford it. So that's awesome. Just going to get my coffee. So, like, really? Okay, so here I am, I'm stopped, getting ready to turn into the Tim Hortons. Oh wow, that drive-thru is pretty good thing I'm early. Anyway, I was stopped waiting to turn, and I'm sitting there and this guy pulls out from the place that way and almost smashes into the car that's coming. I'm like, I'm stopped because there's cars coming. I'm not stopped because you want to go. Anyway, drivers are great. It's funny how you notice things more once you start doing them. I've only been driving for a couple of years. I was finally able to afford to go through driver's ed and get my license a couple of years ago. So anyway, it's amazing the kind of awful things that you notice once you start doing them. Like, well, not always awful. I suppose I should rephrase that. But I mean, after I started driving, like, I've always kind of noticed horrible drivers anyway. But then once I started driving, it's just way more prominent. So weird. But yeah, I guess that's one of the things of life. So anyway, I'm just waiting at the drive-thru, waiting to get my coffee. Coffee. Guess I'll just sit here and talk to you guys. So funny because I went to bed last night and I was thinking about all the types of things that I want to say, and I can't for the life of me remember any of it. I think it was just basically, you know, I guess kind of give you guys more insight into who I am. I think that's what it was. Yeah, just let you guys know a little bit more about myself, I guess. I don't really know where to start. That's another thing, is that whenever a person goes to talk about themselves, unless they're a narcissist, which would be all lies anyway, you never know what to say. I don't know where to start. I mean, obviously, I'm a mom of 2 boys with autism. I'm 34, which is why I have my sweet little Ninja Turtles I'm actually in my 30s shirt. You know, I wore that to the liquor store one day, and they still carded me. It's lovely. I figured that would have been ID enough, right? Anyway. Ryu's 11, Leander's going to be 6 in a month. I work at a very mundane, menial grocery store job. I think my background is honestly more interesting than what goes on today. I mean, obviously living with 2 children with autism is interesting. It's different, it's an adventure. When I was younger, about 18 years old, I actually was getting a modeling portfolio together, so I would have been classified as a semi-professional model. I did some acting, not much. Basically, we had movies that were coming to be filmed in this area. I was able to do 3 days of filming with one movie, which is called Geraldine's Fortune, and it stars Jane Curtin, Mary Walsh, and a few other names. It's very, very funny. It's a very good movie. I actually found the DVD at a music store years and years and years ago, so I totally bought it. And you actually see my 18 or 19-year-old self right at the beginning of the movie, camera like right in my face. Anyway, it was super fun. And then the other movie that I participated in was called Open Heart, and it was starring Megan Follows. Unfortunately, they did cut my scene due to budgeting. But they started off when they cast me. Oh, 1 second, I gotta order my coffee. So fun.
Good morning. Can I take your order?
Hi, can I get a medium dark roast double please?
Anything else?
No, that's great.
$1.95. All that ready for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so, yeah, thanks to that movie, when they originally cast me, they tried to take the speaking out because it wasn't in the budget. 1 second.
Hi.
Hi, debit please. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, have a great day.
You too.
So, anyway, they tried to do the scene. I was Spare Change Girl, was my official character title. And basically all the scene was I was basically this punk beggar. There was a few of us. We got to have a pit bull. That was awesome. And he was so well behaved too. Such a beautiful dog. Anyway, and Megan's character entered the scene, and she was looking for another character, and they tried to do it without having me speaking, where all of us spare change kids just point to the building across the street or whatever. Anyway, they didn't find that it worked. Honestly, I feel that makes it seem more like a horror movie when it wasn't. It was more of a, I don't even know if I want to say suspense. Honestly, it was a made-for-TV movie. I haven't had cable in generations, so I never got to see the movie. But it sounds like it was a really good movie, so I'm sorry I missed it. I'm sure I could probably Google it or something. But anyway, they determined that it didn't work without me speaking, so I basically had to improv it. They didn't have a script for me to say anything, which was fine. I mean, all Megan's character did was come up and ask where another character was, and all I had to do was point and say straight over there, or whatever it was that I said. Anyway, they were very, very impressed with the little improv acting that I did. And I had originally auditioned for one of the main characters, and my audition went very, very well. The director and the casting director were very impressed, but the reason why I was not cast for that role was simply because I didn't have enough experience, so they didn't know how I would do being a full-fledged main character without having anything other than background extra work. Anyway, then after I did the speaking part for that small little spare change girl, the casting director and the director actually half regretted not casting me for one of the main characters. Because when I wasn't cast, they had to basically outsource. They hired someone from Toronto. They cast someone from Toronto, had to fly her in and everything. And it obviously cost them more money. And I think that's actually what blew the budget for opting for me not to speak, but then with it not working without me speaking, they kind of blew the budget on that again. From there, I actually got an apprentice membership with ACTRA, and I did hold on to that for a couple of years until I just couldn't afford it anymore. There were no more movies coming here. I wasn't driving at the time, so any auditions in any surrounding areas like Moncton, I wasn't able to get to. So I basically had to let it go. But apparently Kevin Smith is looking to come to St. John next year, I believe, to film his next movie. So we'll see if I'm able to do anything with that. I would love to get back into acting. One of my goals actually is to have a children's show that focuses on literacy and that it's okay to be different. Things like that. Because, I mean, as we all know, I adore children. So to have a kids show, especially focusing on literacy, that is a huge issue lately. And you know, it's essential to be able to read, like not only just for daily life, but you know, I couldn't imagine not being able to read a book. I mean, I love books. Like I love just getting into that world that's not my own, just to escape from this one for a little bit, you know. I couldn't imagine not being able to do that. So that would be one of the focuses, that would be one of the goals of a children's show, would be to focus on literacy. I mean, read them a story, point to the words, you know, just basic preschool literacy stuff. So that I would love to do that, and I would love to get back into acting. So I guess we'll see where that goes. Anyway, I guess I will see you in the next round. I have to go get ready for my appointment, get my hoo-ha looked after, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, done and done. Again, I want to stress that is not that bad. Like, it didn't even hurt. If you are someone who has had a bad experience with a bad doctor, just go to a different doctor. It's really not that bad. Like, really, the most uncomfortable part of it is trying to spread your legs farther than they can go. But other than that, it's not that bad. So please go get your PAP. All right, so now that my doctor's appointment is done, I need to go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries. Obviously, that's what a person will go to the grocery store for. So anyway, she gave me a thing. I'm gonna get some blood work done at some point as well, that I do have to make an appointment for. So the last time I had blood work done was like a year ago in May, I think. So it's, yeah, so it'd actually be closer to 2 years ago now. So that's a good thing to also get done regularly. She wants to check my sugar levels. She wants to check my iron. She wants to check my thyroid. Thyroid because when I was, I think, about 14, I actually had to go on medication for hypothyroidism, which is the underactive thyroid. Wow, she really wants her coffee. Anyway, yeah, it's underactive thyroid. So anyway, I do tend to want to get that checked regularly because underactive thyroid is very uncomfortable. It can cause weight gain, all this stuff. Now, I know that I gained back all my weight because I'm eating like crap again and I'm lazy. So at least I know my thyroid is not the problem with my weight. I am the problem with my weight. I'm hoping that once I am feeling a little better, like I'm going to let you guys know that I am on Paxil for anxiety and depression. And it has been working. If it hadn't been working, I probably would not be filming these videos right now because I am too full of anxiety to sit here and talk to myself. So anyway, so I am on medication. I'm hoping that once I am feeling even better than what I am now, once the duty stops hitting the fan, hopefully I can get back into my workout routine. I was doing the Jillian Michaels 30-day shred video, and I had actually bought the 6-week 6-pack, but I haven't even taken that out of the plastic. But I'm hoping that once I'm feeling better about myself and about my situations, I'm hoping that I can get back into a proper workout routine, proper eating habits, and get my weight back down, because I also have a bad back, and I've had a bad back since I was about 18 years old. So having excess weight obviously is not good for a bad back. I have sciatic nerve issues, so which also actually does make it fairly difficult to be able to work out. But when I was doing the Jillian Michaels videos, I had lost about 30 pounds, which is awesome. Like, I was eating a lot better, I was feeling a lot better. I'm just hoping that I will be able to get back into the routine at some point fairly soon, just so I can take better care of myself and you know, live a healthier lifestyle for my kids. I will also divulge that I am a smoker. I've been smoking off and on actually since I was 10 years old. I never smoked during either of my pregnancies. I would always just stop cold turkey for my pregnancies because it's my babies. Now, actually, it's funny because my first pregnancy, I had no idea I was pregnant for the first 5.5 months. So anyway, that I actually stopped smoking for other reasons, which was, you know, it's obviously better for my health. With Leander, I found out very early on, like before I even did a pregnancy test, I knew I was pregnant. So I stopped smoking as soon as I knew I was pregnant. And when I started smoking again, it was just a bunch of stressors. It was having to go back to work. The issues with my ex really got it started. Like, I almost started chain smoking with that one. But yeah, ever since my ex and I split, I've been smoking ever since. I don't smoke all that much. It basically takes me 2 to 3 days to get through a 20-pack. So, I mean, it's still not good for me, but at least it's not one of those types of habits that I'm smoking like 2 packs a day. But yeah, so I want to feel better about myself. I want to take care of my health. Like, you know, I've got these 2 kids who can't take care of themselves, and I need to live as long as possible to take care of them. So getting into an exercise routine, eating better, quitting smoking, all this stuff, I'm hoping that once I am feeling less stressed, less full of anxiety, less depressed, hopefully I will get more motivation to start doing those things again. Because I mean, I felt so good being that 30 pounds lighter. With my height and my bone structure, I do carry my weight fairly well. I've gone back up to over 170. When I started my workout routine, I was 178, and my lowest weight after losing it all was 150, and everyone thought that I weighed less than that because I carry it well, and I do have a fairly bigger bone structure. It's just like, you know, if you're a woman who's like I have a friend who is very tall. She's like 5'9", something like that. I'm like a millimeter away from 5'6". She's 5'9", and last I heard, she told me she weighed around the 180 mark. You would never know it because she's tall, because of her bone structure, and she looked absolutely amazing. She looked gorgeous. I mean, she looked gorgeous anyway, so, but yeah, like it's, yeah. Anyway, so I'm back up to the 170 some odd mark, and it does irritate my back on a fairly regular basis. So I really want to, I'm kind of thinking there's yoga classes that's supposed to be starting in November. I'm kind of thinking about signing up for yoga just to kind of ease me into an exercise routine. And it might actually help me feel better mentally as well. So we'll see about that. I heard about the yoga classes, adult yoga classes that are going to be starting in November. So my meeting tomorrow, I might ask her about that. She was the one who brought it up. So I might ask her about that. And the biggest thing that we're, sorry, I'm at the grocery store. We're going to go in. The biggest thing that we're meeting about tomorrow is set education goals. I will also let you know I am a high school dropout. I did not drop out of high school because I wasn't smart enough and that I wasn't getting good grades. I was getting phenomenal grades when I was there. I stopped going because bullying was a huge issue for me and I wanted to leave before it escalated into violence. So that would also be a reason as to why I've always been kind of nervous and reserved about sending my boys to a public school, especially with their nonverbal autism. But they have not had the same experiences I have had. They are treated very, very well. The children are very protective of them as well as the staff. So, I'm very, very thankful and grateful for that. But I personally have had a horrible, horrible, horrible school experience from the time I was about 11 years old. And I think by the time I was finally done with it, I was like 14 or 15. So anyway, we are tomorrow going to set some education goals. I'm going to get my GED, and I want to get into early childhood education. I figure that me being an autism parent would probably be very valuable for something like that. And plus, I just really adore children. So, yeah, that's the appointment for tomorrow. And she's really excited about it, so I'm assuming that she's probably got some exciting programs and stuff to tell me about. So that's awesome. I'm actually really excited about that because I don't want to be stuck working at a grocery store until my retirement where they can't offer me anything for a retirement package. And then on top of that, getting early childhood education can really help me in my goal for wanting to have a children's show. Because I kind of want to know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what we got on the agenda. So anyway, I'm just heading into the grocery store. I feel like I should probably take a big cart because I need things. Let's go to the cart corral. All right. I see Dan. He's on the payphone. He's working. He's busy. Get him, Hector. Hi, YouTube land.
People know me.
This
I'm
is
PapaKraven.
Dan. Yes.
Haven't been recording in a while, but people know me.
That's okay. They probably don't know you from my channel, but that's all right.
But hey, it's more endorphins from my channel.
Yeah, exactly. Say the name of your channel.
PapaKraven.
PapaKraven. Awesome.
So I guess we missed the big mystery or little event there. They gave away free groceries to everybody with the cash. That's why there's all confetti everywhere.
Oh, did they have the confetti cannon?
Yes.
Oh,
You see remnants of them in the garbage cans there.
I missed the confetti cannons.
I missed the sales.
Huh?
I missed the chance for sales.
Nah, that's true.
I came in at noon. Noon before.
Well, I had to go to the doctor, so I
Yeah,
missed
I
it.
know. I've seen the ongoing posts.
Yeah. Oh, good. He's been watching.
Oh, come on, I can't miss it. It's all over Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else.
Yeah. You know, not trying to get popular or anything.
You already are.
I'm popular. Alright. Hey, Ernie. Wonder Woman. And the Avengers. Ah, that's awesome. Oh my goodness, I want that for myself. That's cute, that's cute. I love that.
I can see Lily running around with the bangle and everything.
Yes.
Actually, David's might do too.
If only they would fit on me. So awesome. I love baked goods. Say that again.
Yeah, I'm doing some drunken raids. Getting drunk on doing Destiny raids.
Yes, drunken raids.
But that will be on Mixer. It will be on YouTube.
Yes, that would be so fun. Hi guys. Don't mind me, just recording for YouTube. This is the most openly public I've been about this.
That's you do more.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I like having fun. Ooh, my hair is so messy. Oh, what's that? Oh, thank you. What do we have for sale meat? Ew. Ooh. Go with that one. That looks good. Nice and thick. Ooh, extra lean. Extra lean. Yeah, that's good. It's a warhead. Eat it, Brayden. Eat it.
Alright. Black cherry. You warned me about the black cherry
It's a
one.
warhead.
Oh, sour?
Yeah. Where's the face?
It's our turn, Brendan, don't worry.
Last one made me cry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got a few.
I like one. I'm not really happy with this one.
That's from the dollar store, so they might be a little stale. That one might be better.
What are you doing?
Jacob gave me one, it just...
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not bad. Jacob gave me one and it made me just...
False hope. I wanted to get the reaction.
Oh, buy that.
They're sweet, so that's not.
Yeah, no, this one does not that sour.
Oh.
To be honest.
Yeah, they're a touch stale.
That is so disappointing. You've disappointed me, Dan.
Sorry, Janet.
That's okay.
This one's much sour.
There it is. Success.
They're awfully sour, that's for sure. Man, oh man.
Awesome.
Red.
You are going to be the sensation of today.
Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brayden. He's a coworker.
She's not. She's
I'm
just
recording. It's my vlog. Hi, Noah.
Yeah, you gotta watch it tonight. Because like I said, we got Brayden.
Oh.
You know,
Got Brayden
here.
eating a
I
warhead.
want a warhead. Warheads are my favorite.
What, no,
Are we gonna get another warhead reaction?
No?
That's right. You don't react.
I don't react to anything. Want a warhead?
Except for my kids. You react to my kids because they're awesome. Sorry. And you get it open. There we go.
I didn't get the MasterCard.
I
Said I wasn't eligible for it. Even though we all lied to it. All it does is make my heart race.
There we go. Did you just litter?
What?
Did you just litter?
No.
What'd you do? Oh, I see. Yes, you did. No reaction. Disappointed. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, see, the difference in rating because that was only the third one he's ever had.
Not that
True.
bad. Oh.
Yeah, I'll give rating the watermelon one.
Bye.
All right, grocery shopping is done. Got to have a little bit of fun. Suppose I should turn my car on. Goodness gracious. And now I'm going to get my excessively expensive groceries home and then get ready for my other appointment. And I swear I probably don't have that much money left after spending all this money on stupid food. There goes Dan. There's other people. Awesome. So, I have a feeling that today's video is going to be quite long. I hope that's okay. I guess a little bit of editing can go a long way. But yeah. So that was fun. Got to experience some warheads. Got to see a couple of my peeps. So that's always nice. Yeah. I think that's about it just for now. Yeah, just before. Oh, there's an eagle. Wow, is that ever flying low? Beautiful. All right, yeah. I'll check back in a bit. Kitties. Mama loves you. I'll be back. All right, got the groceries in. Got half of them put away. The other half are getting put away. Now I'm going to get another coffee and then head to my appointment with the domestic violence outreach and talk to her about all the good stuff going on. One of the things that I really love about the program is that she is extremely supportive. I mean, first of all, she'll give references to things like if you need police, like she referred me to a woman at victim services at the police station for a certain issue, and so got that dealt with. And you know, she's just extremely supportive, very lovely, and continues to see me even when things are going well. So that, I mean, it's such a crucial thing to have these kinds of support systems in place, and for anybody. Like, I'm sure that the domestic violence outreach program is not simply for women, because you know what, everybody knows that men go through domestic violence as well. So I'm pretty sure any man can probably give them a call and speak to these ladies as well. So it's a great program. They're extremely supportive. They are very understanding, and like I said, it's just absolutely wonderful, and it's so lovely that they continue to see people even when things are going well, and that's just a nice extra little bit of support going on. So it's so appreciated. It's a wonderful program, and it's so wonderful to know that these programs are out there. Had I known that these programs were out there, I probably would have utilized them years ago, but I had no idea. So better late than never. So that's where I'm going to now after I get my coffee, and we will see you after that. All right, so had my appointment with domestic violence outreach, and things are awesome. Again, very encouraging. Basically, you know, just kind of talked about my situation, but it was only briefly because I haven't really had to deal too much with the situation. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. It's still actually in the courts, so it's not really something that I can divulge too much about right now. But anyway, we only touched on my situation very briefly because I haven't had to deal with it too much. So it was basically just, we spoke a lot about just the awesome things that are going on. She wants me to email her tomorrow after my appointment with One Change about my educational prospects, because I mentioned how the lady that I speak to was very excited to meet with me tomorrow, so I think she's got some pretty exciting news for me, and she wants to hear about it as well. So I'm going to email her tomorrow. And then we spoke about my YouTube channel, spoke about the idea for the children's show that I would like to do eventually someday after I get my education in the early childhood education. And she actually has a few friends in the art community as well, so she's thinking that that might be a nice little way to kind of break into that that aspect of what I want to do, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, we went on about creativity. We spoke about, and it's funny, we actually spoke about a little bit about the LGBTQ community as well, because we are both supporters. So that was really nice. You know, so yeah, just a lot of positive energy. So yeah, it was great. I love going to see her. Her name is Kelly. She's lovely. She's, again, one of the sweetest people I've ever met. So yeah, it was very good, very positive, very supportive. So I always look forward to my appointments with her. And I need to apologize about the PAP clinic. That was actually today. I thought it was a Saturday. It was actually today. It ended at 3 o'clock, so I apologize for that. However, there is also a women's health center, or a women's health clinic. I honestly don't know where it is. I haven't been there, but I'm sure you can Google it and get the phone number if you need to go get your PAP done. I believe the doctors are Dr. Goodfellow and Dr. Davies. They used to be general practitioners. Dr. Goodfellow was actually my family doctor for a number of years. But then both of them retired from their GP practice, and then they opened up this women's health clinic. So I don't remember if it's in the North End or if it's uptown. Every other doctor that I've spoken to believe that it's in the North End. But anyway, I'm sure if you Google it, if you need to get your checkup done, Google it. I'm sure you can find the proper phone number, and you can go get your exam done if it's needed, if you don't have a GP. So anyway, I had mine done. It was perfectly comfortable, all that good stuff. But yeah, so now I'm on my way home before I have to go out again. So see you in a bit. All right, so I've decided to take the kids with me this time. We only had to go to the post office, so not too much public contact. Do you want your cookies? Brought them this time. They're not eating the cookies from Tim Hortons, but they'll eat the Bear Paws. So, congratulations, Bear Paws, for making awesome cookies. There you go, Bub. There you go, baby Bub. Here. All right, so now, Mommy's got to get some gas. Again. So anyway, yeah, I figured we're only gonna go for a drive. We're not gonna go anywhere too public. So I figured that, yeah, we'll go this way. I figured it would be okay to bring them to the post office. You don't usually get a bunch of susceptible children there, and adults aren't overly susceptible to hand, foot, mouth, so, and they weren't touching anything or whatever, so I figured it would be okay. I can't see anything past this other car in the other lane. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I figured it would be okay to bring them in there with me, and they've been in the house for days, so I think they deserve to go for a little bit of a drive. So we're just gonna go for a drive. We're gonna drive around Rosse after I get some gas. Oh, there's the pink bus. You see the pink bus? Yay, pink bus. So anyway, yeah, we'll just go for a little drive, and in the meantime, the house is going to be getting cleaned up while we're gone. So, good opportunity. After that little meltdown, we got someone coming in this evening to replace a window, I guess. Didn't know that was going to be happening, so anyway. Yeah, so that's happening. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to get the kids out for a little bit, just to do what we're doing, because I feel so bad. They love going for drives. You love going for drives, don't ya? You like your drive? Yeah. So, going for a drive, listening to a little Badanamu. Probably gonna stop at the Petro Canada and gas up. So, anyway, that'll be fun. You know, I don't want the poor kids to be cooped up for longer than they have to be. I mean, they're feeling fine. If they were still feverish, obviously we wouldn't be going anywhere, but they haven't had a fever since the weekend, so I figure as long as they don't come into contact with small children, they should be fine. You know, just a little driving excursion. And then hopefully by next week we should be able to do something a little more fun for vlog purposes, and of course for them obviously to have some fun. So I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll go feed the horses or something like that once they're all better and can have a little bit more public contact. So that's one of their favorite things to do, and it's also the same place where we would go for our little walking trail. So maybe we'll do that, and perhaps this time we'll be able to bring my buddy Zach. So we'll see what he's up to next week. And I'm thinking to, if my buddy Carter is still in the hospital, hey buddy, I might pack up the kids and go see him too. He needs some visitors. So another thing I'd love to do is my Skittles, Carter's girlfriend, I would love to go see a movie with her or something. I've actually got enough scene points for one free general admission. So I don't really know what movies are playing. I think there's a couple that I'd be interested in, like Happy Death Day is out. That seems fun. I'd like to see that. Also, The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. That could be something interesting to see as well. So, I mean, I guess there's a couple of options. So, Skittles, honey, if you're interested, I'd love to check out a movie with you sometime. That would be super, super fun. But yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to go see Carter in the hospital. Other than that, there isn't really overly much to do, really. But I need to figure out some more things to do with the kids, although they are really content going for our walks. They are content going to the stables. Like, it doesn't really, they're fine just going for drives. Like, it doesn't take much to please them, which is awesome. I'm very thankful for that. But I mean, I do want to have some more adventures with them, you know? Like, I would love to be able to do things, like more different things that they can enjoy. Like last year for Ryu's birthday, we went to the St. Andrew's Aquarium, which they really enjoyed. It was super fun. They loved sitting on the sill down below where they can see the seals swimming. And the seals will swim right up to the glass, and the two of them just had such a blast with that. So, I don't know, that would be something else. I mean, it is kind of expensive. It was quite the expense to go, but I mean, it was Ryu's birthday and they really enjoyed it. So that would be something else that I would be interested in doing. Like I've said before, I'd love to take them just on some kind of a road trip. I don't know where we would go or what we would do, but it would just be super fun, I think, just to figure out some other different things to be able to do. I know there's a lot of Halloween stuff coming up. I don't know how they would handle like haunted houses and stuff. I don't want to scare them, but I don't know if those kinds of things, like, I don't know what their reactions would be. I've never taken them to any kind of a haunted house, so I don't know how that would go over. But really, it's more of a just in case kind of thing. I don't really want to bring them into a haunted house kind of thing, because of them having autism, if it does scare them, it could really cause meltdown issues if it did scare them. So I'm thinking haunted houses would be out of the question. We don't need any more apples in the house, so apple picking probably isn't in the question either. Leander already did the apple picking with his class. I think he had a good time, but you know, we still have a pretty full bag of apples from that. Plus, we already had a ginormous bag of apples that I had bought before that too, so we could feed the horses with them. So, we will see. I'm sure there are other things that we can do. I just don't really, I mean, I've been an introvert my entire life, so I don't really know of many activities around here to do. So I figure, you know, I could probably ask my people on Facebook who have kids. I'm sure they could have some ideas. Another thing I'd love to do is I'd like to go up to Elgin to visit my brother's family. They have 3 kids. They've got 3 boys, and I'm sure they come up with activities all the time. And my oldest brother, I'd love to visit him as well. It would be nice to go up on a weekend that he has his daughter, because she always loves coming to see the kids. She's about Ryu's age, and she's just as cute as a button. Very, very sweet little thing. Anyway, that would be something that would be fun to, visit some family. I was hoping that I was going to be able to visit my mare and Gramps this past summer, but that didn't happen because of my tire issues that I'd been having for a very long time. So, and now that summer's over, It's harder to do, obviously, because the boys are back in school and I'm working through the week, and obviously I work a lot of weekends. So it just makes that more difficult. And I mean, it would make it pretty difficult, honestly, to go visit my family in Melbourne as well. But, you know, it's stuff I'd like to do. We'll see how things go after my appointment tomorrow to discuss my educational prospects, because one of the programs that I know of, I can't be working if I'm going to be receiving funding through this program to get my GED. So we're going to discuss that kind of thing, and if I'm not working, then I would have weekends free, and the kids would have weekends free. So that would be pretty awesome, because that way we can take our weekends to be able to go out and do things. So that would be, oh, I didn't even turn into the Petro. Goodness gracious, too busy talking. I'm just gonna come up here and turn around. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I would just love to be able to do things. Well, first of all, you know, it's really nice that I'm not working as much as what I was anyway, especially now that the kids are in school, because I get more time with them. That's my number one priority. I have my special needs children who want me at home, and their attitudes have been so much better for it. Like they've been a lot happier with Mom being at home, a lot more than what I was. So I mean, it's worth it. I mean, the paycheck is disastrous, but I mean, what do you do? I've got these two special needs babies that need me at home, so that's what I'm doing. And it's honestly, I feel it's done a lot better for my own mental health to be home with my kids. It's done a lot better for their mental health for me to be at home with them as much as possible. So, but that's why I want to look at all of my educational prospects as well, because if I can figure out what to do, not only to earn more money, but to do something that I'm more passionate about, then all the better for everybody. You know, I want what's best for everybody, and obviously I want to be helpful as much as possible to other families with children of special needs and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna get gas. Give me a second. Hi duckies, look, there's geese. There's ducks and there's geese. Are we gonna feed them some food? Got some bird seed? Hey duckies. Oh yeah. Hey Boo. Yeah. Gonna throw some seed for the ducks? Good boy. Oh, look at you. Balancing act, Boo Bear. Oh, come here, bub. There's a van coming. Look at that. Hi, Boo Bear. What you doing way over there? Look at the size of these quackers. Oh. Oh, that goose is getting all. Here. Whoop. The goose is hissing. Here. Here, geesies. Whoop. Didn't mean to hit ya. There you go. The ducks. Goose. Here.
them. There, the goose gets some food too. Gonna throw some to the ducks. Stay right back here. An overhanded throw, huh? Goose! 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 Look at the size of the goose. Man, those things are huge. Oh, don't scare the duckies, baby. Good boy, feeding the ducks. Woo! You gonna feed the ducks now? Yeah, that's awesome. We've never seen geese this close. You see the Canada goose? Is it a Canada goose? Goose! Goose! And what's that? Ducks. Ducks. What's that? You don't care, you just want to feed them. Good feeding. Mr. Balance. Don't get too close to the water. What you do, Boo Bear? Mommy's gonna throw some more to the geese, okay? Because geese need to eat too. They keep hissing. Probably to keep the ducks away because they want to eat. They all want to eat. There we go, duckies and geesies.
Canada geese. Proof that some Canadians can be assholes.
What you do? What you do? You like feeding the ducks, don't ya? Yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun. You're really good at balancing there, bud. Yeah. Good jump. Yeah, good boy.
I honestly had no idea that geese hiss. That was weird. It was like a snake in bird form. Ugh.
Oscar.
Are you strong? So strong. So strong. Strong boy.
Look at that. What is it? What's this? What are you drawing?
You don't want to announce it until it's done? Wow, that's beautiful. What is it?
Bear.
Bear, good boy. It's interesting.
Gosh.
Hey, it's dark. All right, it's late. I expected to sign off on the video quite a bit earlier, but didn't get the chance to. The guys were in here. They put in the new window, looks fabulous. So yeah, anyway, it's been a really good day. It's been very positive, so I'm excited about that. Very happy. I'm gonna be heading to bed soon. It's like 10:15. Like I said before in a previous video, I'm used to being in bed like no later than 10:30 nowadays, so I'm gonna go to bed and Then I'm gonna have my appointment tomorrow at 9:30. And then I guess we'll see how the day goes tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing, but anyway, it's really late and I still have to put the video together and get it uploaded. So signing off for the night. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.